Okay, so today we have Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, talk about the weather. So this band and this song have both been requested. The band's name already has me intrigued. It's like something from the mind of Dr. Seuss. And this is from their debut album of the same name. And this is the opener, I do believe, to that album. So I'm ready to get into it. People have talked about them in my comments before. So let's get going. Talk about the song after. A little over 4 minutes. Here we go. Goodness.
Saturation is our point. There's nothing left, you know. Nowhere left for me to hide. Nothing left but still alive to face it all. And here today, there's nothing left in you and me. And I can't show you this inside. If all you want to do is hide, I wanna take you out and get you wet. You say you love me, but not quite yet. I wanna go out there to a sheltered place. Those tears to cry and show your face. So I'm so soaked to the skin. Yeah, I'm so soaked to the skin. You wanna talk about the weather?
Hey. It's over. Holy moly. Talk about the weather by Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. This is just, what a song. What a song. I could say that off the top. This, I knew coming in it was post-punk. People have said to me before that they'll probably remind me of Joy Division. And yes, I got that with the bass guitar. I have to say that much too. As you can see, my faces at different points. Just the sharp guitar work, I wanted to mention there too, because I was making faces at that. The pounding drum machine, I would imagine here. I did also read up and see that the band would use a combo of a drum machine and a live drummer, a drummer that is alive. And I think that they said as well later in their career they would only go with a drummer that's, especially when they were live, a drummer that was actually drumming. So anyway, and kind of get rid of the drum machine. But here, obviously, the drum machine is pounding. It's industrial sounding. It's steady. I did mention the word steady, I think, at one point when the song really started up, because it was just continuous. My God, especially with that drum machine. But moving on to the bass guitar too, that was obviously very prominent. That kind of drove the song as well, aside from that drum machine, I would say. But the bass line drove the song too. Very gritty, I want to say there. Very dark. I mean, the whole song is dark. It's all murky. Hello. It's very black. Everything about it. Again, that reminds me of Joy Division. And again, the bass guitar, where I wanted to go this whole way to finally get to my point, it does remind me of something from Peter Hook. I say it all the time, I feel like, when I react to post-punk songs, but Peter Hook is probably my favorite bassist to listen to. I love his sound, and anytime I hear a dark, monotone, I would say almost here, bass like this, Peter immediately comes to mind. Hooky comes to mind there. But of course, it was not Hooky here. I might as well talk about, just say his name. Paul Southern was on the bass guitar here. So Paul, my goodness gracious, my best friend's name's Paul. So Paul, my God, you were doing a very good job, and very good job back here at 85, over 40 years ago. But I don't know, I just really enjoyed the grittiness, like I said, too, and which added to just the whole, it gave another oomph of blackness, I guess you could say, to the song. Now moving on, you know, again, the angular, icy drones of the guitar, I mean, all of that, everything about this, it was just such a kind of scary listen in a way, but also very danceable. The rhythm section here was very danceable, although a bit dark and a bit spooky, if you want to say that, haunting. And the lyrics at the same time are a bit haunting in their own way. Although it's all of that in spades, it is also very danceable in my head, especially when it started off. I mean, I felt like you could see me swaying back and forth. It's a very easy, danceable rhythm. I mean, I got to say that one more time. But moving on to the voice here, I think Chris Reed is his name. Again, these guys are new to me. This is my first time ever listening to them. And again, this was the first track off of their first album. So this was, I guess, people's introduction to them as well. And what an introduction here in 85. But Chris Reed's vocals, oh my God. You want to talk about Joy Division again? There's a bit of Ian Curtis in there, I guess you would say. I would imagine they were influenced by Joy Division, and then probably by New Order after that too, you might think. But especially with the electronic kind of feel to it. But anyway, but yeah, that Ian Curtis kind of baritone came through here from Chris Reed, and but also obviously Chris Reed has his own voice here, and it's very singular in that way. I just really enjoyed his sharpness. I talked about the sharp guitar work, but his sharpness of how he would finish off lines, where it was it was almost a bit scary in its own way of how he did that. You know, you want to talk about the weather? It's just like, it's very quick, and it's very like, good Lord, unpredictable in a way. And again, it might have had me saying good Lord at different points, or geez, because again, it's very rhythmic itself. It's very melodic itself of how he was saying each line. And he was just trying to get to the end of that line as quick as he could. It felt like at different points, but yeah, just a hypnotizing voice, really. That word came to mind when I was listening to him as well, because I was kind of hypnotized and was zeroing in, I guess, as many people probably do on the singer, but his voice was just, again, just so deep, so haunting. That baritone that he obviously possesses is just enigmatic, and there's a word, my goodness gracious, and again, I can't say it enough, but I just really liked it, I guess. I just really like that darkness to him, because again, the song's pretty dark. So when you have a voice like that, it's a match made in heaven. So that was fun to me. Again, although it's dark, I mean, I like that kind of darkness, I guess, to my music. So it was a match made in heaven to me. So we go on to the personnel here too, and maybe I'll mention some more when I see their names and what they were on. Chris Reed, of course, was on vocals and guitar here. This is for the whole album. So there you go there. David Wolfenden, what a last name, Wolfenden, my goodness gracious. He was on guitar here. Paul Southern, as I mentioned, was on bass guitar, and Mick Brown was on drums. And like I said, I think it was a drum machine, but maybe there was a combo, or maybe Mick was in charge of the drums, or maybe he wasn't on the song at all, and it was just the drum machine by itself. But either way, like I said, it had that, although it carries or borrows from post-punk, like I say, bands like Joy Division, and I've also seen people, because I was looking at comments, compare this to, I think the band's called the Sisters of Mercy, which is another band that have been requested. I've never listened to or reacted to, but maybe down the line I will, because again, I've seen their name come up so much, and again, I see that this band might have been influenced by them, so I just wanted to mention them there. But of course, although they seem to have borrowed from that, I can get the sense here, again, I mentioned industrial with that drum machine and stuff. I mean, that industrial feel that would go on into the 90s, or would I even go on to say that nu metal feel, that almost there's a tinge of that to this that would go on again into the 90s and become very popular there. So anyway, although they borrowed some things, it seems like it was almost futuristic in its way of how they would influence guys to come. I mean, I don't know. That's what came to my big fat head. So either way, there you go there. That's my thoughts on, those are my thoughts on it all. Again, just a foggy experience. Like, just gray, everything's black. I mean, I just liked it a lot. So let's move on to these lyrics now. And with the song here, and with, with Chris's, sharp, abrupt vocal, style, it was kind of hard for me to understand everything he was saying, I think. But really, I mean, obviously we're talking about a relationship here. Would you believe that? That's a new thing in a song? Not really. But obviously, too, it seems like the narrator here is going through, he seems very frustrated. He's going through a hard time with the person that he is with. The person that he is with is very withdrawn, I would say, very sheltered, not revealing all of their feelings. And again, that's why the narrator is feels so closed off, because they are going through a lot of emotional turmoil, it feels like. I don't know if it's emotional turmoil because this person wants to tell the person they're with how much they like them or how much they don't like them. I don't know. That, maybe I'll figure that out more when we talk about the lyrics and go through the verses. But obviously the person they're with is very shut off, and they're going through a lot. And it doesn't seem like the person they're with notices that. So that's quite the situation for them. I was just at the movies and had some popcorn in my mouth. It's dry as hell. Anyway, we go into the first verse here. Well, you keep coming up to me. You keep saying that it's up to me. You ain't nothing but a true embrace. You ain't nothing but a hidden face, and you're looking fair enough to me. And it's just, these words, they make sense. Yes, they make sense, but it's also a bit, it's different wording. I don't know. It's just, you ain't nothing but a true embrace. You ain't nothing but a hidden face. You're looking fair enough to me. Again, it makes sense, but it's just a different style of word. It's a different style of lyrics. And again, it has that abrupt feel to it. I don't know. Just right away, it feels new to me. You just see what you want to see. That's not very new. That's a phrase I think that has been said for many years, but again, there's a relationship of some kind going on here, just going off of my big fat head. You ain't nothing but a true embrace. There seems to be some kind of love here. You look fair enough to me, but you ain't nothing but a hidden face is a very poignant line here, I think, in that first verse. Again, this person feels hidden to them. It feels closed off to them. Is not sure if they love them yet. I mean, there are some lines there too, and it seems like this narrator is sure that they love them. I mean, that comes to mind, but we move on to the second verse. I want to know if you really care. There you go there. He wants an answer. He wants to know if they like him as much as he seems to like them. I don't know. I want to take you way down there, my goodness gracious, and stand in the rain and get you wet. You say you love me, but not quite yet. As I mentioned there at the end of the first verse, this person seems unsure, seems confused. And again, the narrator is a bit confused himself, but, seems to be frustrated and going through a lot himself. Anyway, I want to go out there to an open space, those tears to cry and show your face. Again, he really wants to strip this person down. And it seems like too, there are some, you want to say double entendres, or there's some kind of innuendo going on here. Especially, I want to stand you in the rain. I want to take you down there. I want to get you wet. I mean, to me, that's a bit sexual. There seems to be some kind of sexual tension here as well. So that, went through my mind when I heard him say those words. But, yeah, so either way, and the rain, I mean, you gotta bring up the rain when you talk about these kind of feelings, these kind of emotions. It's dark, it's rainy. I mean, the rain goes along with it. If you say it's dark, a dark song like this, you can't bring up the sun. I mean, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. But anyway, I want to take you down in open space, those tears to cry, and show your face, and show who you really are and what you really feel. You know, finally reveal to me how you feel about me. That seems to be the big way we're going here. The big one of the chorus, oh, I'm so soaked to the skin. Yeah, I'm so soaked to the skin. You want to talk about the weather? You want to talk about the weather? I just love his voice itself is obviously very monotone and almost robotic in there. And it's like, what am I thinking? There's a song, like, almost like the safety dance comes about. I don't know why, or the lead singer of Men Without Hats, if that, I can't remember if that's her band name or not, but just that kind of vibe it has to it as well. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. Anyway, but you want to talk about the weather. Obviously, this guy seems to want to talk about deeper, more profound things, but this other person doesn't, I guess, really at the end of the day. And you want to talk about the weather because that's just such an easy conversation to have. It's a conversation that many people have when they can't find a connection, and that's what this guy seems to not be able to do. So you want to talk about the weather, you don't want to get deep with me. That's what it seems like as well. And it's just, yeah, you want to talk about the weather. That's the thing you can ask anybody. What kind of rain we're having? My goodness gracious. And the other person says, yeah. And then you move on. Anyway, it's just an easy conversation. And this guy wants something more, it seems like. Anyway, go on to the third verse. Saturation is a point. There's nothing left, nowhere left for me to hide. And these lines too are very, I mean, they're not very short, but they're to the point anyway. Nothing left but still alive to face it all here today. There's nothing left in you and me. And that point there's nothing left to this relationship. Maybe that comes to mind anyway. He wants to face all of this, but there's nothing left to any of this. And this person, again, is not giving him any answers. We move on to the fourth verse. And I can't show you this inside if all you want to do is hide. I can't show you my emotional turmoil if all you want to do is not reveal anything about yourself. Why should I reveal anything about myself then? My goodness, we're getting deep. I want to take you out and get you wet. There you go again. Again, I think about sex, but I'm a horn dog. You say you love me, but not quite yet. Make up your mind about that. My God, I want to know. I want to go out there and to a sheltered place. And again, that seems to be where this person hangs out all the time, is a sheltered place. Again, the person he's talking about, not the narrator. Those tears to cry and show your face. Show who you really are. Show me your real feelings. I got to say it again. You got the chorus one more time. You got the instrumental bridge, and then you got the fifth verse, which might be the last one. Sheltered from tomorrow. This person is obviously sheltered, it seems, a lot, as though it may never come. You hide behind a wall of stone. Hiding, that's a big thing here that keeps coming up. This person seems to hide and get sheltered and all those different things. They're scared to reveal anything. You hide behind a wall of stone, and then you feel you're not alone. So face it all, it's here today. I'm a broken record here, but face me, it seems like here. And the moment is here today to reveal your emotions or what have you. You love me in your sheltered way. Again, yeah, this seems to be at least a sheltered love, and hopefully it's love at all. And I can't hold you in my hands and talk about these hidden charms. And that is the last verse, but there is the bridge here. I want to take them, and then the chorus, which I've already talked about. With the whole take them thing, though, I guess take the charms that he talks about at the end of that fifth verse. You talk about his hidden charms, and either way, he wants to take her. And I guess I'll say her here, but yeah, he wants to take her, and he wants, again, to take them down to the rain, take them out of the shelter, show their hidden face, all of these different things. But it seems like, well, he's going through his own frustration with her. She's having a problem with commitment. It doesn't seem like she wants to commit. And anyway, so we're at a crossroads here in this relationship. So that's what comes to my mind for these lyrics. Although, again, they are very poignant, and no matter what, I guess I should say instead of although, but they're very poignant, very thought-provoking to me anyway, very interesting to me. And the band itself is very interesting too, which sounds so dull to say, but they are interesting. They're dark, they're monotone, there's such a steady rhythm to them, especially, I guess, just on this song. I don't know anything else, but yeah, I just really enjoyed their sound, and just and how bombastic the drum machine, I guess, really at the end of the day was, and again, how frantic the guitars were at different points, and how prominent and bold the bass was. And yeah, I just really enjoyed what I heard here. Can you believe that? Again, as a fan of post-punk, Joy Division, all those different things. And like I said earlier, I do gotta react to more post-punk bands that people request. So there you go. So anyway, thanks for requesting these guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of those different things. Really appreciate all the support.